Let's bring in White House National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett joining us this morning. Kevin, the economy seems to be slowing. Do these job report numbers confirm that it is in fact slowing just a little?
No, I actually think it was a fantastic jobs report, and I think the market's a little underestimating how good, because what you're already seeing is the impact. Now, granted, there are a lot of policies that aren't in place, the impact of President Trump's vision and his policies. So, for example, government employment went down quite a bit by 7,000 workers. Meanwhile, manufacturing jobs went up 10,000, including 9,000 increase in auto workers. And to put that in perspective, last year alone under the Biden administration, we lost 108,000 manufacturing jobs. And Stu, I know you follow all the numbers, but if you look at the manufacturing indicators like ISM and everything, you can see that what's going on is people are onshoring jobs into the U.S. Because of President Trump's favorable tax policies, regulatory policies, and trade policy. And this sign of the big increase in auto jobs is really the first glimpse of how big the golden age is going to be. And so I thought it was a fantastic report. There were other factors, small factors, that made it so that I thought the number was going to be a lot lower than that. One of those is that it was a bad flu month, and so a lot of people weren't applying for jobs. And despite that, we got a strong number. And so I was very, very pleased with the number today.
There's the on-again, off-again tariffs. They do bring some uncertainty to the economy that a lot of people think we're heading for a recession. Yet we're not heading for a recession, are we?
No, we're not headed for a recession. But also don't forget, Stu, as you know, that the tariffs that are in place with Canada and Mexico are there because we're fighting a drug war. And during the drug war negotiations, then we've gotten quite a lot of movement from Canada and from Mexico in part of a negotiation to get them to tighten up things and make it harder for fentanyl to ship into the U.S. And so during a negotiation, sometimes terms will change because we're making progress. And so I don't view it as some kind of confusing, uncertain tariff thing. I think what we're seeing is a negotiation that's very orderly, and the Trump administration is saving lives with this negotiation, and that's why the parameters are changing.
Some of the repartee is getting nasty. Scott Bessent, Treasury Secretary, calls Trudeau a numbskull. I'm sure you saw that. Both sides seem to be digging in their heels. I mean, this could be a long fight the way people are talking, right?
Well, I think that what's going on in Canada is they've got an election coming up, and the emotions are really, really high. And President Trump has a strong view about what Canada can do right now to help us really with the drug war. And it looks like they're making some progress. But again, if you go around Toronto, if you walk around Canadian cities, you can see that they're more like San Francisco than any city that's San Francisco in the U.S. And so they haven't really been serious about the drug war. But now they're starting to be, and that's why the parameters have been changing. But I understand that emotions are always high during elections in Canada and as well in the U.S.
Got it. Kevin Hassett, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thanks,
on an
Stu.
important day. Appreciate it, sir. Thanks a lot.